Hey folks, Ronnie Cruz here with another episode at Wealthy Living. At Wealthy Living? Yeah, I guess at Wealthy Living. Still haven't decided whether or not we're gonna stick with that name for this channel, but we're just gonna run with it for now until I figure that out. Um, Anyways, in the last episode we talked about how our decisions, our moment-to-moment decisions, are kind of what determine the trajectory of our lives, right? Because the decisions that we make on a moment-to-moment basis are what inform our actions, which in turn leads to the results that we have, right? And that we are the sum total of the decisions that we've made over the course of our lives, right? Where we are in our life today. So in this episode, I want to talk about what it is exactly that informs those decisions, right? Like where do those decisions come from, and why do we make those decisions? Because again, we have to be hyper aware of that if we want to make a change in our lives, right? If we want to change the trajectory, if we want to change the course of where our lives are going, and if we want to be actually more in control and have be in that driver's seat in the creative process and the creation process of our lives, then we have to be super aware of our decisions and where they come from, right? So really, the bottom line is they come from beliefs, our belief systems, right? Our mindsets, consciously or unconsciously, actually, most of the time. You know, your unconscious and your subconscious minds are what's dictating your decisions, are what's governing your decisions, right? Especially on those like we talked about in the last video, on the small, seemingly insignificant moment-to-moment decisions. Those are kind of on autopilot, right? Because they're so small and they're so everyday and they're so routine that we're not consciously making those decisions, right? And therefore we're unaware of why we're making those decisions. We're unaware that we're even making those decisions in the first place. But again, because those decisions are made so often on a day-to-day, moment-to-moment basis, those in the long term really are what decide where we end up in our lives, right? So we have to be super aware of those, and again, it is our belief systems, our underlying belief systems that inform those decisions, right? That are the root of where and why those decisions are made, right? So if you find yourself in a place in your life that you don't like, you know what I mean? If you find yourself if you find your life is full of circumstances that you want to change, then you have to really become aware of what belief system is in place that's leading to those decisions, which is again has led to those results. And here's the cool thing about belief systems: you can change them, right? Like you can get rid of them, and you can let go of beliefs that aren't serving you. One of the first episodes, well, the first episode actually that I did on this channel when I came back to doing videos on this, I think it was last week when it was published. Talked about how you felt about money, right? Like what are your core beliefs about money, unconsciously or subconsciously? What are your beliefs about money, and are they sabotaging you without you really knowing it, right? Because there's a lot of mind viruses, a lot of negative programming out there that's we may be unaware of on a conscious level, but that's programming our minds to sabotage our own success, right? To sabotage our own ability to create the life that we want, because that programming is going in there without us knowing it. Stuff from the news, stuff from popular media, movies, television, even the music that we listen to, right? Like all these kind of mind viruses, good or bad, are going into that programming, right? Are going into programming the belief system in your mind. Even the people that we talk to, even the people that we spend the most time with, the people who have influenced our lives, you know what I mean? Like our family, our closest friends, the stuff that we talk about, and the stuff that we hear from them also go into a deep-seated programming, right? So that's ultimately what's going to create that belief system. And if there's belief systems there that you don't like, and that aren't serving you, then you can get rid of them by reprogramming, right? And well, how do you know that there are belief systems there that aren't serving you? Well, pretty simple. If you don't like the results that you're getting, if you don't like where your life is at and you want to make a change, then chances are there is a belief system and a mindset that is not serving you, and that you really need to go in and reprogram, right? Again, one of the things that I highly recommend you guys doing, and I'll put a link again in this in the description section of this video, is going out and getting Randy Gage's Prosperity series, right? That for me was a huge instrumental tool and resource that helped me reprogram the belief system that I had in my mind, right? So it allowed me to reprogram that and consciously allowed me to create the life that I wanted, right? Because of the reprogramming. Again, the decisions that we make come from the belief system that we have, and if we don't like the results that we have, then we kind of have to reverse engineer and look at those results were happened because of the actions that we took, and those actions that we took were because of the decisions that we made, and the decisions that we made were because of the belief system that we have. So we have to start at the root of those belief systems and reprogram all that stuff if we don't like the results that we have, right? Yeah, absolutely. So really get in there and reflect on what belief systems you might have that aren't serving you, and in the next video I'll go into explaining how to actually go about reprogramming those belief systems and replacing them with belief systems that will serve you, that will help you become an active creator in your life, that will help you achieve and attain and be open to the abundance and prosperity that is your birthright, right? So yeah, definitely stay tuned for that next episode. It's going to be a good one. But until then, thanks for tuning in. This is Ronnie Cruz signing out. Yeah, peace, and you guys take care.